Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play SimCity. And we are still in Rocky Way Ridge over here, but I think we're going to depart, actually. As pretty and beautiful as this town is, and I'm excited as I am for it, I really want to pop back to the other town now that we've got some water being pumped, and develop that, because I think it's got a lot of potential for prettiness. I like this tunnel. Again, this tunnel is not something that we wouldn't have been able to build before, but it's nice to have. And we will certainly be investigating more bridges and tunnels as we go forward. I don't just want to throw them down willy-nilly, though. I want them to sort of make sense when we put them down. So we're going to go back over to Thunder Ridge, and then we'll work on them a little bit, and then we'll probably start mapping out our big city block. Although, and I'm sorry, by that I mean my high population city, although part of the problem is that we're going to need a little bit of money sort of banked up just so that we can ship it to them and lay down a bunch of roads. Because I want to get the whole road mesh down in our high density city before we really start the city running. So that means we'll need some upfront cash. Well, let's get the speed going here. We're actually making a huge chunk of profit over here. And that's just like huge profit by itself. And that does not even count our industrial profit, which isn't terrible. Now, I do believe, yes, we did build the metals HQ. And I think, were we maybe possibly... Oh, we need water. That's what we needed. We need to enable all this over here. Buy some water from your neighbor. And power is fine over that way. So hopefully that will fix our water problems and keep everything ticking away perfectly fine. So yeah, we do have double up on ore mines, which is great. We've got 4 places here, yes, and... our coal mine also has the 4 shafts added as well. Good. So I think that'll be enough to actually hit our goal, assuming the water keeps flowing properly, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. We can do another upgrade to our city hall. And we can keep adding buildings if we want. Which we might do, actually. I think I will continue doing that way. I do like that we have our little symbols here. Probably a Department of Education is one of the things I'm going to put down next. Simply because we are going to want the higher up schools for sure at some point. Just because they're interesting and they can unlock even more things for the region. I love watching the little happiness pop-ups. Everyone gets so excited. It just feels grand. Now, I'm still not 100% sure that I want to keep this highway as is. I think it looks a little bland. But I haven't decided exactly what I want to do about it. I really have not. You know, if we wanted to do something really crazy with the elevated stuff, we could connect this bit here up to this bit over here and have a big swoopy path. That would mean a lot of places where we couldn't build. I don't think that's a grand idea. We could build a tunnel connecting the entrance of the city to the areas back here for that kind of industrial traffic. And actually, I think that would be a pretty strong idea. I'm a little leery about making the extra intersection right here. It might be a little stop and go. We could build the connection over here, although then you lose the advantage of bypassing things. You know what? Let's give it a try and see what happens. What's the worst that could possibly occur, right? So, and yeah, the thinking is maybe connecting up over here. Now, obviously, I'll have to hit N a few times to go into tunnel mode. Oh, angle too sharp. Which angle? Oh, over here. Yeah, well, I can see why that would be a complaint. Let me cancel out of this. If I go into arc mode, can I get an arc to come off of here and then have it connect in a way that I would like? I mean, it would all be underground. It's an excess of roads. But it technically works. Kind of a silly swoopy path. But you know what? I think I'm going to do it. We're going to have a huge sweeping tunnel coming out over here. It's a fair amount of money. We'll see how it works in terms of actually cutting down on a little bit of traffic. I'm very curious to see how it's going to go. Now, we can see the road ghosted beneath the ground. We can't actually see the traffic along it, can we? That's too bad, because I'm quite curious to see what would happen. Oh, we can get rid of all our water towers. Trying to see if there's anyone going down here. Yes, there are! Great! Oh, great, great, great. Now what's going to be really annoying is if anyone gets to the other end and just does a U-turn. You're like, really? You did that whole trip for that? But I don't think that's going to be much of a problem now that people properly grab the end of their path. Where are you guys going? Is it all just taking a corner to go into the Metals HQ? I forgot that these headquarters generate so much traffic. There's everyone trying to take a left here and really screwing everything up. Actually, this is going to be a great candidate for an upgrade to a medium density because medium density will have 4 lanes instead of just the 1, which may have been causing part of the issue. We'll do an upgrade over here as well. Not sure that's going to resolve everything though. And the fact that this is so close to an intersection, oh, that might be kind of inconvenient actually. That's part of why these guys are all lining up. If this was further back, then they'd be able to turn more and then sort of queue up here. It might be okay. I mean, I can't blame these guys for accumulating traffic here. It's a really dumb intersection. If everyone is coming here to go there, in real life that would generate a huge amount of traffic as well. It looks like more people might be flowing around this bit now, though, and coming down here instead, which would be very good news if that were the case. So, alright, I'm digging it. Well, I literally dug a huge tunnel. I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze these water towers. And, I mean, maybe I don't have to, but I don't know. I kind of want to. I don't want the water towers here. I feel bad there's not enough greenery here. How did we end up like that? Sewage. Backed up pipes, really? That's because everything's got to go down here. I don't think it's a real problem, though. And water should also be totally fine. What was I going to say? Oh, the trees! Yeah, I want more plants. We want our city to just look beautiful and pretty, and that requires greenery. And a lot of it. Can't just hold it down. I really wish I could. It would probably spend money very, very quickly, but it would really help to beautify things. There we go. Have to wait for some of the trees to pop in. There! And get out of here, and let's glance at the city. What are we getting protests for? Too much crime. Alright, well, I'm inclined to believe that. Now, we do have the police station, and some of this crime might be left over from before we had the police station. Oh, the jail cells are full. Okay. Alright, well, let's help out with that then. I mean, eventually they're going to start getting rehabilitated and go back into the population force and free up some of our jail cells. But for now, we're going to have to give them a little bit of extra capacity. It doesn't make any sense to arrest criminals if we just have to release them right away. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, they're just waiting at the traffic light. And hopefully some of them are going to go straight down here instead. There we go. Yeah, they're going to adapt okay to traffic. I don't think we're going to have huge, terrible bottlenecks. We might be alright. Now, I talked about maybe doing some touristy stuff over here. Oh, we could actually start putting down our bus terminals as well. Double-decker buses, because they're the best. I'm actually going to plop this one down on the opposite side over here. I like double-deckers. Because now we're starting to have multiple cities in the region, and that way people will be able to commute from one place to another. We don't necessarily need more buses right now, but we do need bus stops, of course. So let's put here. Just trying to get like the green glow. I'm trying to see how far I can get and still have it be mostly green and covered. Looks like we'll probably need one over here as well. Let's go and do it off the main avenue. Is it just me, or is the coverage range of this longer? Like, are people willing to walk further than before for a bus? I don't know. So, something over here. Something over there. Does lower land values, but we don't have a very high land value set up right now anyway, so it's going to be fine. I'll do opposite side of the road over here. I'll drop one in there. And over here. And there. And you know what? We do need one here as well. I think we have pretty good coverage now. Wouldn't surprise me if I've missed... Oh, this looks like I've missed most of an area over there. It's not thick green over here. We'll put one down just in case. Alright, I think even if it's a little green, it's okay. And they're actually willing to walk quite a bit. Oh, I should put one in front of City Hall. Boom. That's another place that can actually generate a reasonable amount of traffic. So if we can get that out of there, we'll do that. The park and ride, actually, what I should do is replace this bus stop with a park and ride, so that people coming from outside of town might just decide to park there. I would like to leave, you know, I'm going to put it here because these are never going to become super high density anyway. There. Oh, and it looks like maybe I need a bus stop over here on the side. Okay. Alright, I'm digging that. Costs are still relatively reasonable, and again, these are going to bring people from outside of town, and so I think I would like to set up some gambling here. I think that's what we're going to look at in this town. Just a little gambling strip right over here. We'll build probably just a couple of low-end gambling houses. Oh, and speaking of houses, I think I'm going to be bulldozing these guys at some point. We can leave them in there for now. They're not getting in the way yet, and they're not slowing down traffic yet, but at some point... Wow, it makes the commercial stuff really happy, which I guess makes sense. Hold on, let me place my stuff first. We're just going to do low wealth right now because that's probably going to be the majority of our stuff. Oh, that's no good anyway. Alright. And a comedy club. And then the cheap rooms. Oh, we can fit those here. Good. I think we can double stack them. There. And then fit in the sign right here where we can. Great, so that should start turning a profit. And it should have a reasonable... Whoa, what are you guys upset about? The gambling? Could use freight shipments. Not enough freight shipments being generated. And we do have a pretty small industrial area. Although the industrial area is growing, which is good, but I would like to expand it just a little bit more. Now, let's take a look at our zoning over here. Let's get rid of these. Actually, sure, these whole blocks. And then bulldoze the houses. Which we have to do by hand so that we don't accidentally... you know, hold on. I might keep that commercial there. I think that's okay. Where do I want to stick in this industrial then? Oh, you know what we can do is we can extend, even though it creates a four-way intersection, it won't be a very major one. Oh, here's what I'll do, is I'm going to bulldoze this a little bit. Nope. Not the ore mine, that's for sure. So that's going to get the ore mine? Okay. We're going to do that, and we're going to use a tunnel. Well, I suppose we could do an overpass as well. Let me actually make sure I'm on the straight tool. So, do we want an over or an under? I think an over is actually a bit more realistic. Oh, it can't actually make the thing? What about an under? An even is fine. Oh no, it can't. It's too close here. Shoot. So unless I want to get rid of the ore mine... Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, how do I get this to be what I want? I mean, I could extend another road from here and go under, or a really long tunnel from somewhere else, but that's going to feel really awkward. If I extend it here and go under... I'm trying to avoid generating a four-way intersection over here is all that's going on. If I put the ore mine like one unit over to the right, we'd be in better shape. I mean, I guess I could just have it come off in a curve here. Get rid of this. It's going to be a little silly. And by a little silly, I mean really, really silly. Wow. I'm going to see how I feel about it once I get it down there. Yeah, what I'll probably do is place this and then go back and redo the arc so that it's the way I want. There we are. Oh god, it's not even. How terrible. I can't hold control and get rid of this? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we need evenness, because what I was trying to do is make the shortest possible road there, but top priority is making it even, so let's eyeball this and get it to be a little bit better. I think that's mostly going to be okay. There we are. And then what I'm going to do is, yeah, use the straight tool and do this. Use the arc tool and connect that. I think that'll do fine. Then what we're going to do is de-zone the stuff along the avenue here. Bulldoze this stuff. Which we don't want on the avenue anyway. And then we'll go ahead and put in some industrial stuff here. So it'll have room for high-density industrial on this side, and then maybe some tiny microscopic industrial on that side. I'm not even sure there's going to be enough room for that. And how did... Oh, that's weird. Oh, wow, the happiness kicking in now. I might just be people coming in and out of town. The mayor's mansion. I think we might put that down just for the extra happiness boost. You know what? I'm going to save it for now. I haven't decided where my house and my mansion should be yet. And apparently we can have both. So we're going to want to make sure that we have the best possible stuff for where we're going to stay, obviously. Alright, I like the idea of having a little bit more industrial. It's kind of out of the way. I could build another connector somewhere. Which would not be terrible. Well, we'll see. And it's a long way to get places, but at least it can drop things off in the trade depot here. It looks like we're going to need a little bit more storage for ore. While we wait for another pickup to come up. How is our storage over here? Perfectly fine and empty. And you, not quite there yet, but hopefully we'll get there with this upcoming shipment. Alright, I am going to go ahead and upgrade this section of road here to medium density, just because I don't like the fact that it doesn't quite match over here. There, and that'll be fine. Oh, and we do get buildings on the other side. Great! I was pretty sure. I mean, I think they're going to be stuck on super low density, but that'll work okay. There's maybe a bit of a travel time involved in getting people over here, which is kind of less than ideal. I'm going to put a couple of bus stops in here. We might connect up to this circle with a subterranean road, or another overpass, actually. You know, I think that's actually look halfway interesting. I think I'm going to get rid of this for now. And here's what we're going to do. Take the medium density. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, I'm going to build out straight. And then I'm going to build out at an angle. It's going to... Whoa. I'm going to build out at an angle like this, and then we'll delete a little bit of it to make a nice sharp cut. Okay, I'm going to hold shift and just bring it to here so I get a nice straight line. Oh, I got to change my view first. Hold on. Get it this way just so I can make sure that our overpass looks okay-ish. I'm going to go out just a scooch like that, and then build straight. Hold shift. Well, let's bring it up. Hold shift. There we go. I'm just trying to get the pillars kind of lined up. Kind of like that. There we go. And I'll switch to the arc tool and just kind of bring it in a little organically over there. There we go. Vehicles are going. And then what I'm going to do is just pull back here and delete. I feel like I want to delete one more. But I think we've actually got a pretty nice corner over here. There, and because this doesn't connect directly to the avenue, nothing should be using this as a shortest route to anything. It should all be pretty local traffic. In the most case, but every now and again it might create some interesting shortcut. Here there's a lot of, I think, moving vehicles that are doing some awkward U-turns over here. They might be lost because of the way that I put down the road and then tore it up and then put it down again. I think they might have gotten a little bit confused about how to get somewhere. Hopefully they'll clean themselves up soon. What are my little quests? Plop a clinic. Are you telling me I don't have a clinic in here yet? Yes, I think that's actually true now that I think about it. So let's get that going here. Police station is actually going to be pretty okay there. I think I can build a clinic right next to it and be totally fine. What is that? Oh, that's a big apartment. Oh, that's cool. We are definitely going to need a patient room wing to help out a little bit. And I will put down one extra ambulance as well, just to start off with. And then the sign. And that should be pretty good. What are we? Capacity? We are at full capacity again. So I guess we'll go ahead and build another jail cell. Yeep. At least the cops are catching people. I mean, we have to give them credit for that. I mean, I'm trying to avoid any really ridiculous bridges, although maybe I should make one city that's all utterly ridiculous bridges and tunnels. It's nighttime. It'll be interesting to see in the morning when people are going to work how much traffic we get in this tunnel. Is there any way to dig down from here and access the other tunnel we built? If I go to medium density avenue, can I? I don't think I can. Oh, place building. That's one problem. Right? Okay. Let's say we came off of here with the avenue and then dropped down, 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 down. No, it's just resurfacing. It's not building a tunnel to the other end. Now, I didn't think it was possible, and it's really too bad that... I don't know, maybe there's a way to do it, to have a structure of tunnels exist below the city, because that would certainly be really, really cool. Not that I'm convinced there's any tunnel from here that would be much faster than just taking one of these two kind of sloped bridges here. What are you blunking at me for? Felt like it was prompting me for something. Oh, the extra health vehicles. City specialization, are you ready for an upgrade? Water shortage. Oh, shoot, we do. I didn't realize we were not importing enough water. Well, first thing we'll do is pop back over to here and expand the water. Now, it's going to take a little while for the region to update. So we may have to temporarily do something about it. Actually, we might just play in Rocky Way Ridge for a while. That might be part of what's going on. Apparently, we're turning down a pretty good profit here as well. And between the two cities, we're going to have enough money to send over to our flat, high-density place and get something really rocking. So let's go and expand the water pump over here. We'll expand towards the water. Here, I'll go and double it up. Doesn't matter if we're losing tax money here, although we're not. But it wouldn't matter if we did, because we're not really going to run this place too much. We have a clinic, we have a fire station, we have a police station. Kind of do want to start placing down schools. And this seems like the sort of place that should have a school, doesn't it? It seems relatively residential to me. Nice little sleeper community. And you know what we might do is we might accept students. Well, we don't want them next to the industrial stuff. That's no good. I'm going to build a school here. Right on the water? Sure. I think that's fine. Made people quite happy. We can put down our school bus routes, and we'll have to put them down in our other city so that our students can commute as well. I don't know how much of this is actually residential. I guess there's a fair amount of residential we put down just to build up a tax base. That's true. Yeah, that'll work okay. We'll get the sign, we'll get the flag, and maybe we'll add one extra bus, just to make sure we've got good service. God, I love this little town. especially once we get our buildings up just a bit. And I think actually I'm going to want to push this area up to medium wealth as well. Let's build a nice, what's a big medium wealth park that we can put down? Big sports thing? Not the balloon, no. But we do need a baseball field, obviously. This feels to me like an all-American town, you know? Oh, we do actually have fairly high wealth over here. From what, the school and the town hall? But yeah, it feels like an all-American town. And just in case anyone's confused, I'm not American. But there's a vibe that I'm getting out of this that I think that's just what makes me think. Let's go and put that down there. Spread the happy. In fact, what we should do is have like some sort of football field next to the school. Because if we're going to do the American thing, it means like football's got to be the single most important thing in town, with no exception. Should I connect this to that? And if so, how? I actually hate when I just say like this and that, because I keep thinking like people who are only like halfway watching might, you know, they're not going to be able to catch things. Oh, I'm just going to try to change the angle of my view. I could force a little bit of... I'm not forcing a tunnel, I'm creating a trench. Here, let's force a tiny bit of a tunnel. Oh, can't create smooth terrain. So I can do it that way. I can force the road higher. Wow. I think I'll do this. Oh, right, this is all low density. I'm using medium density here. That's okay, I think. We'll keep it low density up here. Try to keep these buildings small because they look nice. Apparently we need some power. Because we don't have anywhere close to enough of that, really? How come we don't have neighbors providing power? I'm actually really surprised at that. I think what we'll do is build a little bit of wind power over here, just to give them a tiny bit. I think I'm going to extend some roads over here. I guess not avenues, no. We can go and just do medium density roads for now. We'll come off in kind of an arc. Connect to there. Straight line. Actually, we'll get the rail station down. That is the button I'm looking for. Okay. We'll go for the German high speed. Not enough simoleons. Okay, run the game at high speed. I'm going to take out a loan because I am impatient. We're doing medium density, although that's, I think, kind of a high density road there. And then I'm going to build a power station at the end. Actually, I'm going to stretch the road right to the end. And this is mostly just going to be the service road for the power station for now. Boom. And as soon as it gets some staffing, it should be okay. And just to have it for now, we will build a connecting road here, but I don't foresee this one lasting as is. We'll see how it goes. And actually, it's going to generate a fair amount of traffic from the train station. We will want a bus station here as well soon, but not quite yet. What are you complaining about? Power shortage, yeah. So we've got a little bit of power now, but we're going to want to put in more. I'm trying to remember if you want the large or the small. 3 megawatts, 5.1, so less than double the power for double the cost. Not quite double the maintenance, but I think we're going to want just a bunch of small ones. Give them a little bit of room to spare. And we'll run out of money. Put down the sign. There we go. Or room to spare. Power to spare, that's what I meant to say. Okay, we are good on power. And we will be good on water. As soon as the power spreads out, our town will recover itself from the current situation, which is not ideal. Still like this little tunnel here in the hills. You know, it's a shame this industry is kind of ugly. But it's a decent, I don't know, again, it's a decent view. I'm going to try to do more of this up-close stuff because it does look beautiful. You get the tilt shift, you get the distance blur. What a beautiful little game. Is that a pool? Like one of those little inflatable pools that someone has in their yard? Huh. Look at that. Fantastic. Alright, our power's power issues have been resolved, so our water issues should now be fully restored as well. We've got lots and lots of water, way more than we need, but of course our goal is to sell it to the region. And not much of an excess of power, but hopefully we can get that resolved relatively soon. Probably our other town there is just not pumping out enough power. So we're actually going to want to do something about that. Baseball field. I like this crack of the bat. Are people playing? Oh, they are too. Oops. Look at that. I've never actually watched these guys up close. New inning. Running the bases. Actually, it looks like these guys are on the same team. Yeah, see, why now the yellow jacket makes sense. I don't know why that guy had an orange jacket. He was running the field. With their names and everything? Well, that's great. Well, what's the sign say? Food Big Box Store. Ah, okay. Oh, and the night lights. That's great. I always forget how loud the game is when you get in close. You probably want what, Maxis Man? Yeah, no. No thanks. That's okay, I'm fine without Maxis Man. You guys are slowly going up. I think these are medium density. They are, so this can actually grow into a little bit of a kind of a downtowny area. I'm still not happy with this connection right here. I think the shape of this capsule is good. I don't like the connection, and I feel like there does need to be a little bit more to it. Somewhere around here, and maybe another connection up the hill. Again, if we can discourage people from using that as a shortcut. And I think mostly because there's going to be a bend here, and maybe we can sort of swoop it down this way. We can discourage vehicles from using this path and encourage them to keep using the avenue as much as possible. Again, except for local traffic, which is totally fine if they decide to use the side roads. And hopefully the congestion algorithm is actually working in a half-decent way. I don't like building the game when it's at night mode, but I do like getting close at night, because the blur and the glow on things, that's great. This is a chicken place. Battered bird. Oh, cool. The little benches up there. Like sitting outside, getting your food in through the window. You might have the servers come out to your car, too, for your takeout. Great bit of Americana. This town, to me, screams that. This is going to be like, this is the all-America city. Well, town. Well, village. Hamlet, maybe. What's the population? 5,000. Yeah, I don't know. Like, now the layout's really not fitting, but I'm going to try to keep these small, individual family homes whenever I can. Oh, that's businesses, but I really want to keep the fried chicken place. If this were SimCity 4, I would click the checkbox here to make this a, what do you call it, historical building. So it could never upgrade. It could never downgrade either. Like, it might become abandoned temporarily, but if you wanted to keep that building there exactly as is, no matter what else happens to the city, you could do that in SimCity 4. And I quite thought that was a nice little feature. I didn't use it much, but I would use it here. Obviously, I don't like these roads over here. I mean, Dirt Road A is very temporary, but I still think that there's a good chance that there's going to be this avenue continuing on. In fact, the avenue might simply drill through the mountain on this side and connect up over here as well. And this might become avenued as well, although there's a limit to what you can do there, because here there's always a road segment with the high-speed rail. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I suppose we could connect the avenue up to this road, but I think there'd be a lot of traffic on this, and that's potentially less than ideal. We're slowly turning a profit over here, not much of one, and mostly I was just here for the water. I think I'm much more interested in going back to our other town, since that's the real moneymaker. There are a lot of areas to expand over here. So Thunder Ridge has got money. We could ship it over and start working on our layout for the flatland. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe we'll run this game a little bit longer, get a little bit more profit over here in Thunder Ridge, and in the next episode we might start laying out our very high-density city. And then we'll go back to making pretty cities, because that's what this region is all about. A handful of really, really pretty cities, and then one super high-density kind of downtown, right? These are going to be the suburbs, is really what it is. One really urban place, and then the suburbs. Okay, no longer sending us sewage, but hopefully there's going to be plenty of water now. Indeed there is. Actually, we have the possibility of buying some power. What's our power situation like? Yeah, we don't have much of an excess of power. Our coal power plant here is still good. Still got coal, yeah. We never put up a sign, which, frankly, I think we might live with... I don't know, I guess I can put something there. I think we're going to put an extra pipe burner, or coal burner, just to get our capacity higher. I suppose, actually, we could really just keep going there, because we're going to want to sell it to our high-density city. Oops. Come on. There we go. They're not lined up. It's actually driving me a little bit bonkers. You guys will have to forgive me. Are you wanting more garbage trucks? Excellent. I will happily. If you're asking me for it, I will throw in more garbage trucks. We'll put one over there. And sewage capacity, actually kind of a little stressed. We don't have a lot of extra capacity left over, so we're going to go ahead and expand this too. There we go. Good. Plenty of room for more poop. Hopefully that'll help the back up pipes as well. I think that was it. It kept sort of hitting the limit and slowing, and hitting the limit and slowing. We completed another quest there. We may have to build another mine here. Or turn off the exports for a sec and let these things fill up. Just to get a nice big bulk export. Yeah, let's turn off the coal exports for a sec. Actually, I'll even import some coal, just in case it's starting to get eaten by our power plant. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Well, I'll just use locally for a sec, make sure this is nice and full, and then we'll have a nice bit of supply at our ore mines as well. And then what I'm going to do, once they're completely maxed out, I will turn them back on, and hopefully that'll put us up over our daily profit, which is what I'm looking for. Garbage dumps are full! Alright, let's start incinerating garbage. And one incinerator is probably going to be more than enough to handle all of this. I'm just going to complain about something I already know? Yeah, no thanks. We're good. Our capacity will increase now. There's no way this city is going to outpace the one burner. Although education is another thing, and actually, speaking of, let's add some school bus stops to our residential areas. There's technically residential areas here, but they're not going to be there forever. It's mostly just a temporary thing. School bus stops, and over here. And over here. We may as well do this area here. Like that. There! Hopefully get our people some education in the nearby town. What are you whining about? Probably not enough freight? Not enough freight. These guys are going to be really happy. Lots of places to ship freight. So we'll probably just have to wait until some of these industries just keep growing and producing more and more and more stuff. We're at capacity. We're at capacity. And the coal? At capacity. And this too. Alright, let's turn the exports back on and hope that's enough to put us over the edge. I mean, I suppose I actually should have increased the capacity of storage too. Maybe. We may still have to do that. Just to make sure that there was... so we could store up as much as we could before unleashing everything. I mean, this is still going to help a little. While we wait for the delivery trucks to come pick these up. Oh man, they're grabbing them already. That's so annoying. And yeah, I still think we only need one truck over here. I think they're going to be totally fine because it's such a short trip. You complaining about, yeah, capacity. It's alright, it's being burned. It'll be fine. Chill out. It'll work itself out. Alright, come on. Hit my goal. Because I want to start producing alloys. I mean, this town is already making plenty of money. It's got a good tax base, doesn't need quite that many services. But if we can start producing alloys, then we'll really, really, really be rolling in money. How's the casino doing? Fan-frickin-tastic, of course. as to be expected. In fact, I could probably build another low-wealth casino and have it be completely profitable as well. We'll do that. Do the same layout. Cheap rooms on this side. We'll add in the nickel slots and the comedy club to attract more people. And a different sign. We're losing some of our commercial areas over here, and this commercial would actually have been relatively profitable because of the train station, not to mention the bus terminal. But then it does mean needing a little bit less freight as well, right? So right now they're having a freight shortage, so hopefully that'll help, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, these guys should make plenty of moolah. No problems there. Transaction report. Come on. Arg. I'm very tempted to just build another coal mine. We don't have that much coal. We have a lot of ore. But we need coal to feed our power plant and also for the alloy production. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm bulldozing a few things. Or we'll put it right next to the clinic. That way all the sick people with asthma will be able to breathe in the nice fumy smells from the coal mine. I mean, I don't know how much air pollution in reality the coal mine would produce. But actually, I'm not happy with that. Because we could actually fit in a little bit more space if I went in sideways there. Come on. Speed up your animation. Doesn't have quite as much capacity, but that's okay. And this one's got a little further to go, so we'll add them an extra truck to get that shipped over. Put a sign up there. Great. What is full? Nothing right now. Okay. I might. Oh, this one actually has to deliver stuff to the power plant from time to time, so we may as well give them a second truck there as well, because they're going to be tied up from time to time. Ore is good. And let's see what we can do. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to have to end this video here. But I might let it run just to see if we can go over the threshold for the Metals HQ, because it's not the most exciting thing to watch. And then next time, we may continue to develop our two little towns that we've got already, or I'm really thinking, especially since we're going to have about $1 million at least saved up, we should be able to send some money over to our flat area and build something and start laying down just the road structure. We might not even zone anything. I might just be spending the entire time doing road layouts. And wouldn't that be exciting? And the answer is yes, it will be. Road layouts are fun. Quite a few traffic bottlenecks here. I think too many people are using, this as a flow through instead of my avenue for some reason. Just because of where they're going. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might start following cars just to try to get a sense of who's doing what and why. And then we'll adjust from there. But that'll be next time. See ya, folks. Bye-bye.